If Republicans in Idaho get their way, then the Bible could soon show up in public school classrooms. That's not the worst part. It's that it could show up in every single public school classroom, regardless of the subject. This law is the resolution supporting Bible use in Idaho Public Schools. It's being considered by the state's conservative leadership, and we've got some screenshots of a few choice sections. Whereas the Idaho Constitution preamble states, "We, the people of the state of Idaho, grateful to Almighty God for our freedom to secure its blessings and promote our common welfare, do establish this Constitution." So they're laying out there that all this stuff that we've got legislatively all has to do with God. And so you know something awesome is coming. They go on to say, "Therefore, be it resolved that the Idaho County Central Committee encourages the Idaho legislature to draft and support a bill stating that the Bible is expressly permitted to be used in Idaho public schools for reference purposes to further the study of literature, comparative religion, English and foreign languages, U.S. and world history, comparative government, law, philosophy, ethics, astronomy, biology, geology,
TV VCR repair, gun repair,
pharmaceutical sales representative,
data entry."
Yes. C++. Have you learned Pascal? That's good too. You can learn that with the Bible. Music, sociology, and other topics of study that we couldn't think of anymore. We tried, man. We tried to think of everything. We couldn't. Where an understanding of the Bible may be useful or relevant. There's one or two there where an understanding of the Bible could very well be useful and relevant. In the rest, in music, man, music, sociology.
Yes.
How you can beat your slave, is that useful for sociology? I don't think so.
When you should allow a visitor to rape your daughter, that's also in there.
And when not.
And
There's
when
some
not.
cases not.
Yes.
I don't know what they are, but when not. Geography. They knew 6 square miles when the Bible was written, and they weren't really sure about those 6 square miles. Geography?
Geography.
They didn't know anything. Science? Science wasn't a thing. There was no science then.
They still didn't know what made thunder.
They didn't. No, they were pretty sure it was Poseidon, though.
Yeah.
I know that was a whole different country, but they thought it was a god that was doing it. There was no science. There was no medicine. They didn't know what germs were. They thought demons inhabited your body.
That's
that
right.
Sin caused disease. Some people in America still think that. That's what they all thought then. Law? Philosophy? Maybe philosophy. I can see philosophy.
Maybe philosophy.
Law. Look at some of the legal systems they had there that were horrible, that were insane,
right.
that some people still want to bring back. They're scared of Sharia, but they want Christian Sharia.
By
Yes,
the way,
you can study that with the Bible. That makes sense.
By the way, the Bible is not a history text. It's not a historical. It's not an academic work, right? It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's just a political document that was put together. Lots of stuff was left out. Certain stuff was left in. The Gnostic Gospels were left out that contradict a lot of this shit that the early Christians didn't want to put in there. So it's just a political document. It's got nothing to do with God or anything.
Biology,
my friend Tony
ribs.
Kameen, who will be on the show this Saturday with me at the Improv, he was moving recently from New York City, and he didn't have enough space for all of his books, and one of them was a Bible, and he didn't want to throw it out, right? So he just put it in a box on a neighbor's stoop with a note that said, "Doesn't work."
He could probably learn how to repair it at one of the classes the Bible will be teaching this week.
Bible repair.
Exactly. Sure. Archaeology. These are the people that think that God put the dinosaur bones there to fool people. Archaeology.
Yes.
I understand that's paleontology, whatever. They probably would throw that there if they knew what it was.
Yes.
They should watch Jurassic Park, it'll remind them. This is absurd, man.
But people say, one of my favorite comedians, Bill Hicks, had someone come up to him one time and say, what do you say about dinosaur bones? And they say, well, God just put those there to test us. He goes, I think God put you here to test me.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, and so look, this is just being considered right now, but they're trying to get it put into place, and it goes on later in the bill to say that they're going to put pressure on schools to actually institute this. Look, I don't know much about Idaho Public Schools. I imagine that they could use that time in their classrooms for something, college prep, math, something that gives their students a comparative advantage against other states and other countries. That seems like it'd be more valuable than studying what Jimmy correctly identified as a political document put together hundreds of years after the event about things that were told decades after the events. Maybe if it's a class on comparative formation of religions and cults, then I could understand it. You could learn a lot. And other than that, I don't think you need it.
And I don't know much about biology. I don't know much about psychology, but I do know that I love you.
I thought that that's where you were going with that. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's wonderful. If we could come back to that song, that'd be awesome. That'd get me in the mood.
What a wonderful world this would be.